courts for another edition of NBA basketball. Spydi, sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, BA. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Filling in the wing, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and 5. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. Pass to Towns. With the drive. Edwards the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Morant. Brooks outside. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Now the Timberwolves with it. Russell up top, pounded by Morant. Edwards against Bain. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. And Gobert with the stuff.
Hard to stop Gobert on the dunk. His length gives him a clear path to the rim. Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say. Wow, you took off.
Can you say elevation?
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Edwards against Bain. Pass to Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And they're on the break. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Ja Morant in the open floor. This guy's speed is next level, and he can finish.
Now here's Towns. And here's McDaniels. Back to Towns. 6 to shoot. To the left side wing. All sorts of time. And it's Russell. That time on the assist by Towns.
An assortment of shots in Russell's arsenal. Just a quick catch and shoot right there.
Russell against Morant. Brooks from outside. Jackson, pass to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo! Woo!
Morant, the pass to Adams. From deep, Bain. That shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Right side, Edwards. Outside for Russell. Outside, McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. The 3. Adams grabs the miss.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Morant with it. Russell covering. Now Jackson. Let's go with a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl-Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Nice play, and credit Jaren for being shot ready. He knew the play was coming to him, and he knocked it down.
Russell against Morant. And stolen by Bain. All alone on the break. And then Morant with the dunk.
Quick hands from Desmond. Coming up with that steal. Beautiful.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Outside Bain. That three's off the mark. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. Towns for three. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Bain, the pass to Jackson, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the defense perfectly.
Outside McDaniels, three-pointer. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Brooks outside. And that's not going to go. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Memphis Grizzlies. He puts it. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Tries the spin move. Jackson, pass to Adams. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Now here's Russell. Outside McDaniels. The 3 is up. Here's Gobert. Second chance shot. Oh, the swat by Adams.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Bain. Just 5 to shoot. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
This is what I like about Ja Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man.
Russell to pass to Towns. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Memphis leading. Here's Bain. From deep. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
Russell to pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bain earlier in the draft.
BA, the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Jackson gets the bucket.
This is something Jackson's worked on. His jump shot inside the arc.
Now Russell. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Elite ball handler center who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
And Russell, here we go. Edwards for three. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Edwards got 6 points.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches a three. The shot won't fall. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. It's deflected. Russell against Bain. Pass to Adams. Back to Bain. Over Russell. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
McDaniels against Brooks. Here's Gobert. Grizzlies with the rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Jackson for three. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Here he goes. Towns against Morant. Double team on Towns. The bank shot, no good. Memphis has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. The drive by Brooks.
Ferocious on the attack. You never have to beg Dylan Brooks to practice hard or play hard.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Noel, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Here's Conchar. From 13. The shot, no good.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Nas Reed, Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Torian Prince, and it's Anderson in at the 4-man position. Left side Jones, going inside. McLaughlin with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Anderson finds Reed. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Jones. Outside for Green. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Conchar. And a miss there on the triple. A bucket here would put him ahead for the first time all game.
Trust me, they know the value of this possession.
You know, in baseball, Graham, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, VA. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all That's a recipe for success in the NBA. Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Noel. Driving in. Kicks it out to Anderson. To the left wing. Here's McLaughlin. Oh, Green with a block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
And here's Jones. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound. Pass to Noel. Now here's Anderson. Back to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Prince. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove that doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
At the line for Memphis.
And he drops the first. And he makes both free throws.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Anderson inside, working on Clark. Second shot opportunity. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. And he banks in the layup. Here's Jones. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. A minute 15 left in the third. And he gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Noel. Outside Anderson. Pass to Noel. Here's Prince from outside the arc. Back to Noel. From deep. He can't get it to go. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And he's going for the lob. Oh, Clark with the slam. Woo!
I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And he drives in. Here's Prince. Offline with a 3. For Memphis, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. To the paint. Here's Clark. Anderson pulls it down.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Here's Reed. Pass to Noel. Back to Reed. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And he can't get the first one. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Anderson. McDaniels comes in for Prince. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for McLaughlin. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jones against Russell. A line change here for Memphis. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Morant with it. Pass to Adams. Three-pointer Brooks. Towns with a rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Grizzlies up 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Clock is at 3. Jackson gets the bucket.
This is a big part of Jackson's game. It isn't the best looking shot, but it's deadly.
And Minnesota calls time here. And as we head down the stretch, these players are focused on absorbing their coach's game plan and also drinking some Gatorade so their bodies will be well hydrated for the minutes ahead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He got his squad fired up, saying, quote, now it's our time. If we want to take over this game, here is the moment. His guys look ready to deliver. We'll see.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Edwards and pass to Gobert. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Nice interior touch from Rudy. Good at getting ideal positioning and capitalizing.
Brooks outside. Moran, the pass to Brooks. Back to Moran. Drives to the hoop. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And then Morant with the dunk.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Outside McDaniels. Gobert. It's good on the putback.
That's a signature move by Gobert. The length allows him to do what others can't.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The drive by Moran. Adams, the pass to Bane. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Brooks. McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards with a drive. Now here's Towns. And there's a 3-second violation. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Moran against Russell. Pass to Brooks. From the corner. Good. And the setup by Moran. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
You can run these plays for Brooks. He's improving in the catch and shoot area.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. Russell against Moran. Left side McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. And stolen by Moran. On the wing, Bane. Outside Morant. 6 on the shot clock.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
One other thing I've liked is how assertive they've been on D, swatting a good number of shots away as a result.
Pass to Towns. Here's Edwards. Fires the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Bane with it. He's picked up by Edwards.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up by 9.
We know he can pass. He's a tough defender, and Desmond Bain can shoot it from all over.
Time running out for the Timberwolves. Outside Russell, pass to McDaniels. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Gobert passes to Russell. The putback, controls the rebound and the putback.
You have to box out Rudy Gobert, and if you don't, he will dunk it with force.
The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Knocked away. Brooks, the pass to Bain. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
The shot by Russell, no good. And here's Memphis now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. 30 seconds left in the fourth. From deep. Tries again. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks it from distance.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
And here's Bain. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the call.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. You know, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Now Leonard, following Jaren Jackson's three-point attempt. Kicks it out to Covington. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Bain passes to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Showing off that for Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Now here is George. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ball's checked in.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Now, here's Bain. On the top of the key. Yep, that one goes in there.
Man, I love that turnaround jumper. What a tough shot to defend.
The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you, and in some ways it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Now here's Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. On the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubats no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Bain. Wall grabs the board.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Leonard looking around. Outside, George. That one's not going to go. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Up top, Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Memphis. Leonard finds Covington. Outside for George. That 3 off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Morant outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, This guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Jaw's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. 6-point game. Outside for George. 1:15 left here in the first quarter. They need this one. He takes it up and lays it in.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Here's Morant.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Here's Wall. Zubac's trying to break loose. Wall, no luck. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
You just got to time it up right.
It's Brooks on the wing, defended by George. Brooks kicks to Adams. Outside Jackson. Let's go. Off the left rim and out.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
And he's good on the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Morant scanning the floor. Leonard against Brooks. Morant kicks to Jackson. Morant with it over Wall. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And it's George finishing it off.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical.
Bane against George. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bane.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Wall against Morant. Wall passes to Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Brooks leading the charge. Leonard with the steal. George against Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. With the drive, it's rebounded by Memphis. Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. Payton for 3. Here's Morant. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Covington passes to George. Some Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the dunk by Covington.
Emphatic points from Covington. Dunks and threes. Baskets every team needs. That's what Robert brings to the table.
Morant kicks to Brooks. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
On the pass to Covington. It's Covington on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Morant. It's the rebound. Adams dishes to Morant. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard against Brooks. Here's Wall. Takes it out to Leonard. Passes it to Covington. George looking around. Right side, Wall. He doesn't hit that one. Morant with some nice D. And Morant throws it down.
It's been all about Ja tonight. He scored in so many different ways.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. There's a minute left to play here in the half. Ball against Morant. Leonard with the steal.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over. Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Outside for Jackson. The 3 deflects the pass. Bain with it. George picks him up. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Leonard. Back to Zubac. Shoots over Adams. Covington wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Have to guard Covington at all times from outside the arc. He is lethal from deep.
It's Morant with the drop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. 14 points for John Morant.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
He gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Grizzlies lead by 1. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So with George on the bench, here's who Teron Lewis going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Morris is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Batum in at the 5 down low. The Grizzlies shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. The lead is 2. Outside, Jones. Pass to Concho. No one near him. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Jackson down low, defended by Jones. Here's Batum. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside, Jones. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Aldama gets the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. Goes back up. It's Powell on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Jones dishes to Clark. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Well, Los Angeles, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
The Clippers trail. Outside Jackson to the middle. Here's Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Jones. And nothing is falling for him right now. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Morris. Green with the rebound. The Grizzlies shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Aldama passes to Green. Pass to Aldama. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
And how about the impact that Green has on his teammates?
He's been doing it for over a dozen years. A three-point specialist and a starter for the majority of his career. Great veteran presence for them to have in the locker room.
Kennard kicks to Powell. Just 4 to shoot. Tries again. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Morant outside. Jackson has the open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Jackson has become a threat from range, taking and making those shots more consistent.
And the Clippers call time here. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Norman Norman Powell, and John Wall subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Wall passes to Kennard. Zubac trying to break loose. Los Angeles with another miss. Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. Outside Jackson. This one for three. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. And it's a 5-point Memphis lead.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Morris kicks to Wall. Leonard on the wing. Brooks covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for John Wall. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Morant outside. Out to Brooks. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. On the wing, George. Zubac trying to break loose. And the Clippers miss again. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Kennard. The coast-to-coast dunk.
A perennial all-defensive pick. George's quick hands create a lot of transition opportunities.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Morant against George. Out to Brooks. Here's Jackson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Well, they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, look at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, what they decide to take another look at, I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down, interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth.
They'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Here's George. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant outside. And there's the pass to Bain. Over Kennard. Again, Memphis.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think? To perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. Upside Jackson. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard inside. Brooks covering. And Kennard wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Morant with it. George picks him up. Morant passes to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Covington finds Kennard. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good on the 3. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Morant. Ooh, what a slam! What a slam!
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And the Clippers call time here. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, John Morant.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, he talked with the team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. And we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thanks, David. George. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant dishes to Adams. Bain kicks to Morant. Back to Bain. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Adams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Adams has got the lead up to 10 now for Memphis.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Here's Kennard. Brooks against Leonard. And he uses the glass on the lane. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And inside, Kawhi can be such a force, able to power his way to the shot.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
George passes to Kennard. Takes it out to Covington. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits. And both free throws good for Paul George. 1:19 left in the fourth. Morant against George. Outside for Jackson. In the corner, it's Bain. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George passes to Zubac. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Leonard. Back to Zubac. On the wing, George. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Desmond Bain. 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
There's still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
George finds Covington. His 3-pointers off the mark. Stolen by George. From deep 3-point range. And again, it's the Clippers missing. So it's Memphis picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt of this game.
No, exactly, B.A. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the 1. Now here's Wall. 4 on the clock. And that one's good.
In traffic, around bodies, doesn't matter. John Wall, once he's inside, he's thinking score it.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Towns with the ball. The open shot by Edwards. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
George against Russell. George passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Now here's Wall. George for 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Stolen by Leonard. Russell against Wall. Pass to George. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And it's off from three-point range. Russell against Wall. George with a steal. And they're running. Here's Leonard. And Leonard with the strong finish.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Into the lane. And he throws it down with one hand.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. George passes to Wall. Outside Covington. Pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Russell.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Russell against Wall. Pass to McDaniels. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Russell.
Well, nice defense right there by John Wall. He's got all the physical tools, length, strength, and quickness.
Out to Leonard. Zubac passes to Leonard. Back to Zubac. It's George on the wing. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And Wall, here we go. And stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Towns. McDaniels from long range. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a three-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league. There is an imagination of creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Back to Russell, and here's Edwards.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Throw good, Edwards.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential, but there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Now here's George. Pass to Leonard. Wall against Russell. Back to Wall. Here's Zubats. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
15 seconds left in the first quarter here. Leonard against McDaniels. George passes to Covington. 3 on the clock. Over Towns, and that one's good. Covington.
This guy has tremendous concentration under the contest. Robert Covington still able to make the shot.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point. Towns gets the bucket.
What a sweet shooting big man is Karl Anthony Towns. At 6'11", always ready to rise and fire off the catch.
Now here's Wall. Pass to George. Now here's Zubats. Back to George. And here's Zubats. Defended by Gobert. Here's Covington, and here's Zubats, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Here's Russell. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Now here's Russell. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Back to Gobert. Not going to go that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard outside. Outside Covington. They get it back. Back to Leonard. George outside. And Gobert with a block.
Well, let's remember, Rudy Gobert has got a 7'9" wingspan. Sometimes it's just easy picking sending it back.
Here's Russell, and Minnesota again with a bucket.
This guy is tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Here's Wall. Pass to Zubats. Back to Wall. It's Covington on the wing. The kick out to Wall. 5 to shoot. Back to Covington to win the drought. Rebound Minnesota.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Leonard against McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Got a piece of it. Now Covington for 3. George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Just 1 point separating the team. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Russell, the pass to Gobert. And the foul called on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. In 2022, we saw a lot of teams playing a slightly slower game, Doris, compared to previous seasons.
I think, Brian, what's interesting about the NBA is it's a game that is in a constant state of evolution. You had the three-point revolution. You had a stretch of time where teams would not hit the offensive glass. That has now come back a little bit. Unequivocally, defense is improving drastically, and so you've got to find a way to score it.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. It's George on the wing. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Well, defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
1:24 left to play in the second quarter. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. Right side McDaniels. And stolen by Leonard. Zubats against Russell. Covington. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Edwards. Whoa!
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Edwards against George. There's 45 seconds left to play in the half. Off with the layup. Here's Russell. Outside Edwards. Back to Towns. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Zubats. George passes to Zubats. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
You simply have to respect the passing ability of Paul George, his ability to read and react and make the right choice. So good.
Russell with the ball. Pass to Towns from deep three-point range. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Towns has got 6 here in the quarter.
My goodness, we've seen stretch 5s in this league, but for Karl Anthony Towns to make that long a shot, look out.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, we've seen Ivica Zubats really having a great game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Jalen Noel out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Torian Prince. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Reed in at the 5. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. Boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
Prince down low, working on Powell. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. The Clippers trail. And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any of it.
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under
No doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Prince. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball. Timeout call, the Timberwolves.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
The Clippers shooting just 35% from the floor. And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Pass to Noel. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reed. Batum pulls it in. The Clippers in the lead. And Minnesota calls time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Jackson, the pass to Batum. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. For the Clippers, here's Russell. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Prince. Shoots over Wall. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. George passes to Leonard. For 3, Covington. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting, really sound basketball.
McDaniels is checked in for Prince. Batum is checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Wall, the pass to George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. George has got 5 now. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence difference from this point forward.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Outside Russell, the 3-ball. Rebound by the Clippers.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Batum, right side, from the arc. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
You can't allow Nicholas Batum a free look from three. This guy is a knockdown shooter.
Ripped it away.
Minnesota foul. D'Angelo Russell. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Now here's Leonard. Batum outside. Wall against Russell. Here's Batum. Shot clock at 5. Leonard outside. No good from outside. Minnesota has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. To the middle. Ooh, it's stolen away. George with it. Russell covering. George, and that's good. George has got 10 points in the game.
Gorgeous. That pull-up jumper is simply gorgeous. Paul George rises above everyone.
Outside McDaniels.
I see him.
That's tipped.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And that one drops for him.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where to put a pass. That was beautifully done.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Your first avenue breaker. Make some noise.
41 seconds left in the third. Wall against Russell. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. George with it. Towns covering. Leonard for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 5 assists tonight.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Timberwolves foul. Rudy Gobert. First personal foul. 14.
And Minnesota calls time here.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
When the move, here on the Minnesota Timberwolves bench area.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First one falls for him.
What we know about Paul George is he has proven to be an elite force on both ends. He can be a lockdown defender, and boy, can he get cooking offensively.
It's Edwards with a drive, and Edwards slams it in.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Los Angeles. 11 points in the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. And so in the game for the Clippers, Leonard and Batum, the duo at forward. John Wall is out there with Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Russell against Wall. Here's McDaniels. Offensive rebound. Gobert passes to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. It's tipped. Russell against Wall. Inside. Batum. The kick out to Wall. George against Edwards. Batum left side. Outside Wall. Back to Batum. Puts up a 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, the shortest distance to shoot a 3 is from that coveted corner. Mr. Batum, step into the shot.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Minnesota foul. Jaden McDaniels. First personal foul. First team foul.
Timberwolves on D. George outside. From deep. Pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Banked it in off the glass.
Now, John Wall's vision is unquestioned. He puts it on time and on target, creates an easy look for his teammate.
Russell to pass to Edwards. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Second team foul. At the line for Minnesota.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Batum. Stolen by Russell. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. McDaniels from long range. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Leonard for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 6 assists here tonight.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Batum. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is what Rudy Gobert's job is. Be a force on the glass.
George outside. 1:49 left in the game. From deep three-point range, Minnesota with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's McDaniels. Towns with the ball, and it's Leonard picking him up. Towns into the lane. Back to Daniels. Here's the 3. Gobert. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Clippers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Paul George.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Russell against Wall. Pass to Leonard. Over McDaniels. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Towns for three. Can't hit that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Batum with it. Towns covering. Outside Wall. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And a deep three from Russell. It's rebounded by George. Here's Wall. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
All right, Allie, thank you.
7 feet tall, number 32.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another day. And given how much these teams run, Clark, the bench play could be big.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, with how much these teams like to get up and down and push it, I think it's going to be one of those windshield wiper games. So a bunch of guys could get some action tonight.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
Just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Edwards inside, guarded by Bain. So fires away from way outside. And Towns throws it down.
I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
Now here's Morant. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Prince. And he finishes nicely on the way. And just about a minute into the first quarter.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Morant against Russell. Outside for Jackson. It's the rebound. Adams, the pass to Bain. Outside Jackson, 5 to shoot. Morant outside. Second shot opportunity. And the shot is long. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
And Morant throws it down.
You got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Prince. Fires the 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Morant reaches to Adams. Over Prince. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And a little contact like that will slow Adams down. This is a guy who loves the contact and able to finish easily on that one.
And the free throw, no good.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And finished up by Morant.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And for the Timberwolves, Clark, getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Memphis.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
And here's Morant after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Bain passes to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Outside Edwards. There's the three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis leading by 3. Morant kicks to Brooks. Wide open. That one off the back iron and out. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Prince penetrating. From downtown, it's deflected. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. Morant heading to the goal.
Throw down there, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat. He was in shock and awe. But now, he's got a big smile on his face.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Bane looking around. Passes it to Brooks. Russell against Bane. Takes a 3. Rebound Minnesota. Up top Edwards. Guarded by Morant. Launches it. Edwards can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to Brooks. Outside, Bane. Back to Brooks. Out to Morant. Left side, Jackson. The 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Grizzlies. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside, Russell, a 3 ball, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And different games, different official. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players.
Oh, man.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Edwards passes to Towns. Back to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Morant kicks to Bane. Jacks up a 3. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass him.
Minnesota calls timeout. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 11. Outside, Edwards. Kicks it out to Prince from outside the arc. Connects from three-point range. Prince has got 5 more.
You know, when he was coming out of college, this is exactly what scouts thought Prince would be. A strong 3-and-D wing who plays with a lot of effort.
Out to Brooks. Pass to Adams. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit. It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Edwards against Brooks. Back to Prince. Outside, Towns. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Outside Bain. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Towns. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
In the paint, Towns is just a nightmare for defenders. His size is a huge advantage.
Morant against Russell. Jackson kicks to Morant. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Towns. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Tell you what, you don't expect the center to attack off the bounce like this. I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Morant. Jackson from long range. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one. Timberwolves trail by 5. Right side Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Another miss by Minnesota.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Bain. Out to Brooks. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Back to Bain. On the wing, Brooks goes back up. He can't get that one to fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead.
The Grizzlies, 28.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones out there with Green, and it's Conchar in at the 2 spot. Outside, Green. This is to Clark. Stolen by Anderson. Knocked away. It's stolen by Jones. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First 2 fouls.
Here's Conchar. The pass to Green. Shoots over McDaniel. Green, no luck.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
From past the arc, there's the steal. Over to the wing. Aldama passes to Clark. So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
6 to shoot. Shoots it. Here's Aldama. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Jones in the post. Conchar, the pass to Green. There's the triple. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Outside, Jones. Pass to Aldama. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Passes it to McDaniels. Here's Noel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Memphis leading by 6. To the inside. Here's Clark. The rebound by Anderson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Noel passes to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. There's McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. Stripped away. Here we go, one-on-one. Clark inside. Working on McDaniels. And that one's good by Clark.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Noel, no good. Memphis leading by 6. Outside, Jones. Here's Conchar. McDaniels defended. To the wing right side. Rockets hits. Aldama can't hit. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Anderson. Minnesota calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
Another round of applause for the First Avenue Breakers.
Jones against Russell. Prince wide open. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Russell looking around. He kicks to Edwards. Prince outside. Back to Edwards. Looking to get it going. Here's Gobert. Banked in off the glass.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Here's Conchar. Oh, he nails nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Just 3 to shoot. That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Prince against Adams. Prince the pass to Towns. Prince trying to free himself up. And it's Towns missing. Memphis leading by 9. Morant surveying the D. Outside Jackson. The tray. And the Grizzlies get it back. Another shot. Adams dishes to Brooks. And he dunks it down.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Russell against Morant. Towns high post. Out to Russell. Outside Edwards. From deep. And it's Morant with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Morant. And another basket for Memphis.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Outside Russell. Outside Towns. Another miss by Minnesota. Memphis leading by 16. Loads it up there for Morant. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Prince the pass to Gobert. They need this. And slam dunk by Gobert.
No issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
Russell against Morant. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. From 13, a rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. It's 2-on-1. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Russell with it. And Bain pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. Boy, they certainly had their way with the opponent at both ends. A really solid night here for the Grizzlies.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Morant.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Russell against Morant. Six on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Bain, no good. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And here's Prince outside. Brooks grabs the board. Memphis in total control. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Bain inside the three-point line. Misses, and he wants that one back.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To the left side wing. And Adams kicks to Brooks. Morant with a wide open look. Fires the three. Gets it to fall.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward.
Kawhi has really perfected that stroke, and he did not come into the league with that kind of skill or that kind of threat from the three-point line.
Now here's Morant. And he lays it up and in.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Wall. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
So physical for a 1. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. From deep, Morant. Covington grabs the board. Here's Wall. Pass to Covington. Leonard with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 5 points.
That's an athletic play coming from Kawhi, just pushing his way past the defender and getting to his shot.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's George, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. 5 on the clock. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. It's George on the wing. Zubac's shot is off.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Now here's Brooks. Jackson outside. Adams. Great positioning on the putback.
Adams just continuing to grind it out, outstanding, staying after that possession, and then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Here's Wall. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Leonard. Back to Zubac. Outside Wall. Pass to Zubac. He can't hit that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
For his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Pulls it. No good off the back of the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Kawhi playing at his own pace. He can really control the game off the bounce.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Leonard passes to Wall. Back to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. Covington against Morant. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Launches it. Here's Adams. Outside for Brooks. 3-pointer. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Takes the 3. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Adams has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top, up by 1. Stay with us now as... And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
On the court for Memphis, Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect five on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
A feisty defense from Steven Adams coming in there on that play, and he turns it into points on the fast break.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Outside Covington. Leonard against Brooks. And the dunk by Leonard.
And Kawhi getting up that time, just owning all the airspace around the rim.
Memphis leading. And here's Morant. He's got 9. Outside Bain. There's the 3. Hits the trifecta. Bain's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The ball's knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Morant against Wall. Right side Morant. Knocks it loose. Oh, George with a steal. It's George on the wing to the paint. Here's Wall, and the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Greg.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Outside Wall. Down low. Kicks it to George. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up the threes, but PG could score on the inside.
Wall against Morant. Jackson outside. From downtown. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Brooks, the pass to Adams. It's not going to go for him, so the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside Bain, beyond the arc. Leonard pulls down the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Covington. And here's Wall. Out to Covington. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Now George. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Up top, Morant. Wall covering. Pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Zubats with it. Adams covering. Oh, stolen by Morant. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Pass to Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3. Paul George pulls down the board.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
The drive by. Oh, everybody on
could just feel that coming.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
George against Bain. Crosses over. And George with the layup. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Moran against Wall. Up top, Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Adams, he's open. Covington grabs the board. George outside. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Marcus Morris out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Back to Morris. Pass to Jackson. Kennard against Green. Powell passes to Batum. Missed inside. The Grizzlies shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. On the wing, Conchar. Powell covers. Back to Conchar. Got a piece of it. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jackson outside. Pass to Powell. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. Here's Kennard. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Kennard's such a tremendous shooter. You know, he led the league in 21-22 from distance.
Here's Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Kicks it out to Kennard. Back to Jackson. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
How about Powell and his vertical prowess there?
For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Jackson against Jones. Driving to the basket, and the layup is good off the glass. Jones has got his second basket.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Pass to Kennard. From deep. Rebounded by Green. For Memphis, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. On the wing, Green. Over to the left wing. Here's Aldama. Off target from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Kennard finds Powell. Jackson on the wing. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Conchar. 1:44 left in the third quarter. On the wing, Green. Clock at 6. Back to Conchar. Top of the key. Unable to get that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Powell outside. Morris with it. Kennard outside. The kick out to Morris. Pass to Powell. Jackson outside. Over Jones. That one's wide left. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Powell with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
And really good hands from Norman Powell to take that one away.
Memphis leading. On the wing, Conchar. Defended by Kennard. Pass to Green. Back to Conchar. Outside Jones. Clock at 4. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Outside Wall. Pass to Zubac. Outside Covington. Now here's George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Now, into the lineup for your Clippers, Nicholas Batum.
He gets it off. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. The Clippers trail on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. And then Morant with the dunk.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Here's Kennard. And the 3 off target.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Up top, Morant. George defending. Morant, the pass to Adams. Rebounded by Zubac. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And another difference maker that we could point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there. They've had active hands. They've been in great position. They've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
Kennard against Morant. Back to George. Here's Zubac. They get the rebound. Out to Leonard. Oh, Brooks with the steal. George against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He called out their ball control, saying, quote, no more turnovers. That has to be the mindset. We need to stop rushing and start dictating.
Thanks for that, Allie. George passes to Leonard. Misses the three. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Outside Morant. Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Leonard. Zubats finds Kennard. Back to Zubats. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. They double team George. Clock at 6. Back to Batum. The three. Brooks with the rebound.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Outside Bain. Back to Brooks from behind the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Off the inbound.
Trust me, big guys hate playing against Steven Adams. He's a nuisance on the defensive end, and that time changed the shot.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Pass to Brooks. 4-3. Memphis the rebound. Adams the pass to Jackson. Here's Morant. Spins. Brooks left side. Zubats with the steal. Here's Leonard. He takes it in. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Jackson on the wing. 58 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard with a double team. 6 to shoot. Outside Morant. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Leonard passes to George. To the right side. The three is up. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Morant. Driving inside. And then Morant with the dunk.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
LA foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Jaren Jackson Jr. at the line.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Paul George.
George hits them both. Right side Morant. And so it's Memphis winning this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It's time for the NBA. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the one spot.
This is what we talk about, value in each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Plays it up off the glass. Russell's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Timberwolves.
Never losing focus. Even after contact, Russell sends it home.
All with it, now guarded by Towns. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Sky high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward. For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
And it's Towns missing.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now here's Gobert. Kicks it to McDaniels. Gobert trying to get open. A nice shot by McDaniels. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
It's Edwards on the wing. Outside, Towns. Edwards looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on John Wall.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And he can't get the first one. He doesn't get the second one.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Gobert the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
That's what we call playing with force, and Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Covington kicks to George. Pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling, and the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. The kick out to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. It's Wall with the drive. Covington passes to George. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Ball to the Timberwolves.
Minnesota leading by 4. Russell feeling it out a bit. Outside Edwards. Towns wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ball against Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
It is great to see Wall back from those awful injuries, looking a lot stronger now.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. George against Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Ball against Russell. Kicks it out to Covington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Covington's got his second basket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Russell. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Clippers trail by 4. Wall looking for an opening. Outside, George. Covington wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by George. Covington's got 8 points.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Here's Russell. 30 seconds left in the first. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
An active competitor. Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Kicks it out to Covington. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Outside, Russell. Towns, the pass to Russell. Stolen by Zubac. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves and close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
It doesn't get any easier than that for Rudy Gobert. His size is sometimes overpowering.
Takes it out to Leonard. George looking over the floor. Zubac the pass to Leonard. And the three ball is good. Leonard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. As a well-known three-point shooter that you were, Steve, what do you think about how that shot dominates the modern game we watch today?
What I love about Kevin, first of all, it gives you spacing. And you're never out of a game because of the three-point shot. You can get right back into it. And also, at the end of a game, you knock down 3 or 4 in a row, the game is over.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Wall against Russell. And the layup falls. Russell's got 6 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Leonard draws the double. Here's Zubac, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Gobert goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. And Wall kicks to Leonard. Passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4 for the floor here in the second quarter. Russell inside, covered by Wall. Over in the corner, Edwards. Leonard with the steal. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Second personal foul. First 2 foul.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And Wall kicks to George. Now the pass to Zubac. Back to George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Russell against Wall. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. It's George on the wing, Edwards defending. George dishes to Covington. Outside, Wall. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clippers trail by 3. Outside, Wall. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Covington passes to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
What concentration from Kawhi Leonard, rising up and firing it.
Over in the corner, Edwards. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Driving to the basket.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Covington kicks the wall. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside for George. Shoots the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. You get a great look earlier in the clock, you take it.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
Here's George going inside. Uses the glass to finish the lane. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now.
The Timberwolves, 29.
If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Naz Reid. Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the 2-guard spot. Jackson with it. Shakes him. He feeds it to Batum. Pass to Pop. On the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Powell's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game.
Norman Powell has become lethal from deep. Fantastic shot.
Minnesota calls timeout. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. They lead by 1. Powell against Prince. Back to Anderson. Driving in. Powell pulls it in.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Spydi, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard in his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment that he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
And McLaughlin gets it to go.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Kennard's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Prince laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Don't sleep on Taurean Prince. He will challenge you off the bounce now. Does a good job of navigating his way through the defense.
Kennard finds Powell. Down low. Batum passes to Jackson. 6 to shoot. And Batum throws it down.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Prince outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it. You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
The Clippers shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And with Batum, his versatility has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why, when you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Batum dishes to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 3. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Clippers moving the ball around. Kennard kicks to Powell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Prince outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now the feed to Anderson, and he makes good on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Here's Jackson. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Noel passes to Prince.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And the Clippers call time here.
Once again, let's hear it for your Clippers Breakers.
Clippers trail by 7. Jackson kicks to Powell. Pass to Kennard. Nailed from three-point land. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Timeout call. Let's hear it. That was your Clippers Spirit.
50 seconds left to play in the third. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Here's Noel. 2 points. That one goes. Noel's got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Jackson kicks to Morris. The three-pointer, no good. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Noel. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Powell. Kennard against Prince. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Now Powell up in time. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where we've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And here's Russell. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Albert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And that one's good. Russell.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And George kicks to Leonard. George against Edwards. Wall dishes to Covington. Shot clock at 5. Outside, George. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Minnesota basketball.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Here's Russell. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
So shifty with the ball in his hands. Russell changes pace with the best of them.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the star. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Sharon Lewis, he talked with the team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. Lead it with this, guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. It's Edwards on the wing. Zubac's defending. Leonard with the steal. The bounce. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Kennard, the pass to Leonard. And there's the drive. Just 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Leonard with the steal.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go. And he's frustrated.
Stolen by McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. Back to Russell. It's deflected.
A sneaky presence at the defensive end. Nicholas Batum was all over that shot.
Kennard for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things. The refining of his shot mechanics and
the sustained level of engagement.
He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 6. Outside, George. And there's the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
He just powered that
one of the game's top dunkers. Here is Edwards. Pass to Gobert. He takes it in. Out to Russell. 5 to shoot. Back to Gobert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Inside, Gobert is a nightmare with his height. It's tough to create good coverage.
Passes it to Kennard. Back to Batum. Now, here's Kennard. And stolen by Russell. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 from 7.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 8. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Oh, here's Edwards. Driving the lane, and Edwards with the stop.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
George dishes to Batum. He kicks to Leonard. Right side, George. Batum passes to George. From deep. Good. Oh, and that puts the lead to just 5.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
There's 39 seconds left in the game. Outside, Towns. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
It drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're up by 2. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. George against Edwards. Towns for 3. No good. From Leonard. Count it!
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick. It doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got 1 shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a push. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a...
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.